Hey, Mr. Woody, is it true that some insurance companies, care what kind of dog you have? What about a weird white cat? And that's what we're going to talk about on Ask Woody Wednesday.
Chances are, if you have a homeowner's insurance policy or even a renter's policy, you've probably been asked, hey, do you have a dog? If so, what breed? This is a subject that sparks a lot of debate and controversy and, well, pushback at times. According to a study by the CDC, or the Center for Disease Control here in Georgia, approximately 4.7 million dog bites happen here in the US every single year. And of those 4.7 million, 800,000 of them result in medical care.
Inconceivable!
But before we start, profiling your dogs and even analyzing our behavior around them, let's talk about the most important question. That is, let's uncover why do dogs bite in the first place? Seemingly obvious right out of the gate. It's going to be if they're frightened or they feel threatened. If they're in a stressful situation to protect themselves, their puppies, or even their owners. They're very territorial in that way. If they're not feeling well and or they're startled. And lastly, a lot of dogs kind of nip and bite when they play. They might...
I bought a muffin for you! The muffin hurts!
They might not kind of know their own strength and kind of accidentally hurt you if they're just trying to play. So you're going to want to keep these kind of triggers in mind anytime that you're around a dog, or if you're playing with a dog, if you're around an unfamiliar dog, or even a dog that you've known for a long time. Different triggers can cause this behavior to happen because it's natural instinct to react to these certain stressors and these situations. Okay. Let's talk about the dogs that statistically bite the most. Now, it's important right here to understand that I have no problem with any particular breed of dog, but it is important for all of us to be aware about the statistics behind which dog breeds account for the most or majority of the dog bites here in the US. The breeds that bite the most are going to be Chihuahuas, Bulldogs, Pit Bulls, German Shepherds, Australian Shepherds, I don't know if I said that right, Jack Russell Terrier, Cocker Spaniels, Bull Terriers, Pekingese, and Papillion. Here's another interesting statistic dedicated to Mr. Bob Barker. And
Have your cat spayed or neutered?
The majority of dog bites involve a dog that was not spayed or neutered. And here's some positive statistics. Over 81% of all of the dog bites actually didn't result in medical care. And the number of dog bites sustained by children has dramatically decreased over the past decade. It's also important to understand that over 30 plus breeds of canines are mistakenly identified or reported to be pit bulls. So some of those statistics, especially towards sort of pit bulls, are relatively inaccurate, most likely unfair, and at the very least overexaggerated. And here's where the rubber meets the road. According to the Insurance Information Institute, 1/3 of all homeowners' liability claims was from a dog bite. The insurance industry, for example, paid more than $500 million toward dog attacks in 2014. So $500 million of your money, your premium, went toward dog attacks. Let's say you're a dog owner and you're very fond of one of those breeds that I mentioned earlier.
Wow. You know how to cut to the core of me, Baxter.
As an independent agent at the Rhoads Group, I have a lot of options. So there's a lot of carriers that may not write a policy if you have some of those breeds, and there's some that will. So no matter what, you're gonna have options. Most importantly, I wanted to make clear that, listen, no insurance company is trying to discriminate against you or your dog. Some carriers, hey, at the end of the day, they just don't want to deal with that. And that's okay. It's an open market. An independent insurance agent like myself at the Rhoads Group can help because we have multiple options. Always remember that it's way better to disclose and be honest with your insurance agent the type of dog that you have, regardless of if you're scared that they will drop you. And you don't want to be put into a situation where your dog does bite someone and then you report that or a claim is filed against you and the insurance company doesn't pay and it comes out of your pocket. Once again, thank you so much for watching Ask Woody Wednesday. It would mean the absolute world to me if you click the like button or shared this video with someone that you feel needs to hear this information or that needs to be introduced to this video series where every single Wednesday I answer your insurance questions or the questions you didn't even know you needed to ask. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.